Valley Weather Center. This is your weather tonight.
Skies are clear out there on this Monday evening, and we're going to stay that way through the rest of the overnight into your Tuesday morning, dropping out of the 70s into the 60s tonight, getting down to around the mid-60s or so around daybreak for your morning lows. Warming quickly, though, probably going to hit the lower 80s by 9 to 10 a.m., and most of us headed into the lower 90s for daytime highs as we head into the afternoon. 90 in Lawrenceburg, 90 also in Mount Pleasant and Lewisburg, 90 in Ardmore, 90 in Rogersville. Meanwhile, it's 91 for a forecast high for Tuesday in Columbia, Tennessee, as well as Waynesboro, Loretto, and the Shoals metro area. Most of us between 81 and 92 for expected daytime highs on Tuesday, and even warmer from here as we go forward into the latter part of the week. We'll have the stalled frontal boundary just south of us that waffles back and forth. Will be dry and mostly clear for our Tuesday, but as we head into Wednesday, this may provide the roadmap for a thunderstorm complex to dive out of the Ozarks into the Mid-South. There's a question mark on exactly how far southeast it holds together, and also if it stays off to our southwest or if it tracks into our area. So the rain chances for Wednesday have a big question mark on them. I bumped them up to 30%, but if that complex stays off to the southwest, will be mostly cloudy to partly cloudy with just an isolated storm or two. However, if that thunderstorm complex looks to track closer to our area Wednesday, especially the morning and midday hours, we'll have to bump those rain chances up considerably. Ben and Kelly are going to be looking at that for the first half of tomorrow, and I'll be back tomorrow afternoon, and we'll analyze the data tomorrow together to see if we need to bump up the rain chances or not. Just keep that in mind that there may be a thunderstorm complex either near the area or here on Wednesday, and that's going to dictate whether rain chances go higher or not. As we hit Thursday, Friday into the weekend, rain chance is still there, but it's much more isolated as a ridge of high pressure in the upper levels builds into the area, and that's going to mean hotter weather as we go forward from Thursday into the first part of the weekend. But daily isolated storm chances will be possible, as you'd expect on a summer afternoon. Here's that big upper level ridge of high pressure. Main storm track goes off to the north for the end of the week. That means hot conditions here with just isolated showers and thunderstorms. And here are the temperatures and heat index values we're talking about now. The next couple of afternoons, lower 90s for daytime highs through Wednesday for most of us. And for Tuesday, heat index values either near the temperature or a degree or two below because of the drier air we're going to have in place for the short term. That changes as we go into the latter part of the week. Dew points shoot way up into the 70s. And then the air temperatures themselves, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, daytime air temperature highs, not heat index values, upper 90s to lower 100s. And with the dew points well into the 70s, that causes heat index values Thursday, Friday, Saturday to be up over 105, if not near or over 110, especially on Friday. That's likely to be the hottest day. So not unheard of heat. This is July. This is about to be July in the next few days as we go forward in southern Middle Tennessee, North Alabama. So we have triple-digit heat from time to time, but when you get the heat index values this high, regardless of how often we have this, it's still dangerous to the human body if you don't stay hydrated and you don't take breaks from the outside. So if you have to be outside, try to stay hydrated as much as possible. The good news is this won't be too long-lived. We head back toward early next week, and we're back into the upper 80s, lower 90s. We're watching the tropics very carefully. Not a whole lot going on. We do have a weak tropical wave moving through the Lesser Antilles. We also have the remnants of Cindy here being sheared apart, and Cindy degenerated over the weekend. However, there is some school of thought and concern that Cindy may regenerate later this week back into a tropical depression or storm as it moves northward into the Atlantic, and the wind shear weakens just a little bit. There's a big question mark on that. However, regardless of whether it does or not, no threat to the United States. Don't see a tropical threat to the United States for, at minimum, the next 7 days. Starting in the mid-60s to begin our Tuesday morning, clear skies out there. And then we warm quickly through the 70s, through the 80s, into the lower 90s by the afternoon. Heat index values not running away because we have relatively dry air in place. But that changes later in the week as we get hot, sticky, humid weather in here. Sweltering is the word we're going to use on the 7-day for Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. These are not heat index values. These are daytime air temperature highs. That is triple-digit heat by Friday, and I can't rule it out Thursday or Saturday either. Heat index values over 105, and a few places could be 110 or higher, so take frequent breaks and stay hydrated. The good news is, despite staying warm, we're going to be back to seasonable levels of warmth Sunday through Monday. Daytime highs back into the upper 80s, lower 90s there as the heat backs off a little bit and the ridge weakens. That also means that rain chances increase as we head into the weekend as well. There's a look at your latest 7-day forecast. Ben Luna's back in the morning with another update to your local weather.